Hello and welcome back to Helldivers 2 Loadout Roulette. Today's loadout is the R63 Diligence, which I want to say we've used, but I just haven't used it since the weapon modding, so that'll be interesting. It should do fine, realistically. The P113 Verdict, which medium armor pen that makes up for the lack of armor pen on the Diligence, and then stun grenades, which I'm still terrible with, but I'll take it. I can always get more practice and finally figure out when to use these. I'll probably forget, let's be honest with ourselves here. I'll forget and then add extraction and be like, oh damn, I can throw these, and still fail to use them correctly. Our armor is the CM14 Physician, almost said 1-4. We're running on 2 whole brain cells right now. Medkit passive, always great. I went with the Heat Seeker because I was like, okay, what do we do for matching colors? Ignoring the name. And I was like, this actually is kind of drippy. The black and red matching the kind of canister, like almost gas mask filters on the front. It works. If you see the vision, you see the vision. And then Cover of Darkness. Black and red always works. Also, I just love the red lining on the inside. It looks so cool. But we are up against the Terminids. Not for any specific reason, just because they're there. So I will see you in the mission. Alright. So, our stratagems are Eagle Cluster Bomb, Mortar Sentry, Rocket Sentry, and Gatling Sentry. I have no AV. Yet again. But whatever, I can manage. I've done no AV before, I'll do no AV yet again. We also cranked it up to level 8, because I was honestly getting bored at level 7. We could run the most dumpster fire builds known to man, and still survive without issue. And I want a challenge. You know, I need something going on here. I can't just keep taking, you know, Babby's first difficulty and just stomping everything. Especially because rightfully some of those builds should not have performed well. You can argue, oh well, your team was good, or those of you who are willing to take a moment for some glazing, say I'm good, which, thank you, I appreciate your confidence in me. It is completely undeserved. But I feel like I should be punished for some bad builds, and I also want to kind of stress test some of these to see how far can we take them. I'm obviously not going to go all the way to like super Helldive immediately, because that is just begging for trouble. That was closer than I thought. Always screw that up. Yep, that'll happen. Where do we want to call this in?
Calling down a sentry.
But interesting news, which we all already knew, partially. So we all knew that this is coming to Xbox. If you didn't know somehow, congratulations, you've been hiding under a rock. How are you doing, Patrick Starr? But the interesting thing is, at the end of the trailer they released today as of recording, it ends with a couple notes from, I want to say it was the first mission of Halo ODST. I haven't played ODST in well over 10 years. I have the disc, I should just play it again. That was a fun game. but it does heavily imply that we are getting an ODST-themed crossover pack. Which, of course, isn't that surprising once you think about it. Like, one, yes, obviously Microsoft's going to want some influence of theirs on the game. And what better IP than Halo? And it fits, and it's an IP no one's going to say no to. You would be insane to be like, no, I don't want to play as an orbital drop shock marine. That's literally what we are. We're discount ODSTs mixed with, obviously, mobile infantry. My kingdom for a full auto. Though, to be fair, I'm holding decent. But yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully that's going to be a good cosmetic or good crossover pack. It should be available for everyone. I can't imagine that the devs would be like, no, this is going to be limited to only PC or something. Oh, homie just tried to shabingus somebody and died in the process. Whoop. Happens to the best of us. We all try to teleport and go splat. Yeah, now the question, since we don't know anything, is what armor is it going to be? I hope it's... I think it's Dutch had a cool skull engraving on his helmet. I hope it's Dutch's armor. But, honestly, any of them I'd take. But, ODST, I'm going to assume the SMG. Probably the suppressed version, maybe... Maybe if they're going to be feeling real ambitious, they'll give us both. They're not going to make it moddable. I can almost guarantee that, simply because all crossover weapons haven't been moddable before. On top of that, the obvious sidearm would be the Magnum. The question is, how powerful do you want to make it? Are we going Halo 1 Magnum, where this thing is essentially going to have, like, heavy armor pen? Which I wouldn't be opposed to at all. That would be cool as hell.
Heavy, east, 50 meters.
But there is a question of what could we get, because those are the obvious ones. If it goes in the same vein as the Killzone one, we should get a stratagem, which that's a good question as to what we could get, because in theory we could get, you know, an FRV effectively, and we get the Warthog. I would love to rock a Warthog. But the problem with the Warthog is there's so many variants that people aren't going to be happy no matter what you get. Do you get the standard? Do you get the sick railgun one? Do you get... I think there's a rocket pod version? Yeah, there's a rocket pod version. It could be any of those. It could just be the rocket launcher, the Spanker. That would make a lot of sense, and it would be honestly kind of a fair gun to grab. You could make it... So, there's two ways you could do it. You could either make it kind of just a straight upgrade over Eats, or you make it a step between an Eat and a Commando. where it's high damage, but it's not as good as just an 8, but it's better than a commando, which, if that's the case, I'd rock that. I know we won't get anything too crazy, no fuel rod cannon,
Have a taste of democracy.
but there's potential for a lot of cool guns. Could just do the assault rifle, the battle rifle. Is it a little predictable? Yeah. That said, who cares? It's still awesome.
Requesting sentry.
I feel like that's kind of an approach you have to take, is just like, who cares? Cool stuff is cool.
Calling in reinforcement.
But I'm pretty excited. It's, of all the Microsoft-owned IPs, I think Halo's the best option. Otherwise, we start getting a little weird, a little more difficult. Like Gears of War. Could be cool, but could also pan out to be absolutely dreadful. But Halo, you can't really screw up Halo. And everybody loves the ODST. You know, who doesn't like curb stomping an elite or a couple grunts?
Sending in an eagle. Get some. Get some. Reinforcing.
Oh, they were bug breach. It's like, why are they still here?
You will never destroy Westing Sentry. Say hello to democracy.
But that'll be interesting. That we don't have a release date, but if I were to venture a guess, and if I were a gambling man, I would say that that's gonna come out the same time as, like, Xbox players get on here. From a business perspective, that is your best play. You're gonna have probably the most people playing that weekend, that week into weekend, so you might as well get as many eyes as possible on the thing you're trying to sell.
100 meters. Calling down a sentry.
This is going surprisingly well, but I think that's also because this is vanilla bugs. You know, I'm not getting jumped by some invisible dickweed. Whee!
New mag. This is for you.
You know what, since everybody else is taking that position, I'm gonna take the high ground and be marksman. As terrible as I am in that role. But with this build, I do not think it would be holding up nearly as well if this were anything tougher. Predator Strain would be screwed. Gloom Strain, I think we'd be fine. Because Gloom, their whole thing is just, we explode into fart clouds. Which is inconvenient, but not really an unbearable effect. Oh, Oh, really? You swiped all the ammo? People who don't follow the fucking rule. I expect when Xbox players join in, that's gonna happen a ton.
I'm on it.
Hate inconsiderate players.
Rare sample acquired. Got a sample.
I mean, we're effectively done here. Is he gonna make a run for it? Because otherwise,
Support.
I'll just start trying to skedaddle that way. No point in all of us going to a probably medium to small nest. Ammo is gonna be an interesting bottleneck, but whatever.
Mag's empty. How'd you like the taste of freedom? New mag.
As long as I can find something on the ground, I'll be fine. I have the stims. Oh yeah, I have an AMR that I yoinked. Didn't even contemplate its existence. Mostly because everything in terms of heavies was kind of taken care of. Maybe not taken care of in the best manner sometimes, but taken care of enough. Oh, heavy nest. Still don't need me. That is still... If you can't 3-man a heavy nest, you have a problem. Especially when we have 4 500s on deck. No, they can handle it. It's not that tough. Hell, all I'm doing is walking over, spinning a satellite, and then hitting a button. Oh, the reflex to reload is very hard to break.
Requesting air support.
Like, my thumb just slides naturally over to reload, and it's like, no, you don't need to do that, you're fine.
Log tunnel breach. Sending in an eagle. I got the terminal.
I do wonder when... Because we saw there was like a chainsword in the game files.
Sending in an eagle.
I do wonder when that's gonna come into play. Because that's either a 40k crossover, or we're just getting a chainsword for the sake of a chainsword, which is still cool. Okay. That's always fun to see. I await my booting.
Requesting air support.
Oh, nice.
Terminal.
Because whenever someone gets boot happy like that, it's like, nope, something bad's happening.
Calling in reinforcements.
Not calling him in, because he's gonna be useless over here. That's always my fear playing, like, even difficulty 8, is people start getting really boot happy. And there's no reason to, especially right now. Like, everything's under control. Everything's dead. At this point, the biggest danger is going to be me running to extract.
I got the terminal.
You have been a stalwart line of freedom. Extract when ready.
They still don't have that beaten. How? You had 2 orbital, well, in theory probably 1 orbital napalm barrage. That plus 500 should have taken that. Alright, we're reloading. I don't care. The impulse is strong. I held off this long. I deserve it. It's a treat.
Requesting sentry.
Brother, what are you doing?
Extraction is available.
Calling in reinforcements.
This guy has died like 3 or 4 times in this same camp. Yeah, it could be one that has the mega spawner, and it's just spitting out hive, or I was gonna say hive guards. That's not it. Bile titans,
Calling down a support weapon.
which would absolutely track. Because if that spirals out of control, then yeah, I understand the deaths entirely. You get screwed real bad.
Rare sample flight.
Mission at 20 minutes.
Oh, that's not good.
For prosperity.
We're gonna whip that like there, and that should fire up into these guys and clear them out
Marking location.
halfway decent.
Support weapon. Sending in an eagle.
Reloading. Have a taste of democracy. Mag's empty. Mag's empty. Freedom forever. Mag's empty.
Yeah, he can handle a LiDAR. I have to agree with the people who've said the AMR should just become a primary.
How'd you like the taste of
It's strong, but it does not offer enough to be like, yeah, I'm gonna call this in over literally anything else. It's like, oh, well, you can deal with heavily armored targets. Yeah, so can a bunch of medium pen weapons, so can eats, so can a bunch of far better guns. It's like I have a better chance of bouncing a shot with the AMR than I do a rocket. Because I know if I bounce on a rocket, I know I was hitting it at just the most screwy angle you can come up with.
requesting sentry.
God, 3-minute extract.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes 30 seconds. Mission map updated.
Pulling down a sentry. New mag.
And now the awkward silence.
2 minutes.
Tagging location.
I was about to say, I kind of wish you could just, like, skip the waiting period for this, but I also understand
ETA T-minus
why,
1
because
minute,
stuff
30
can still spawn. It just kind of sucks when you're just sitting around waiting. I can't do the jump to get up there.
Requesting air support.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Calling down a sentry.
Yeah, this panned out pretty well. I wish I had... There's I think a muzzle brake, and then a vertical foregrip, and I could have way better recoil control. I think, honestly, to make it that solid on console, you only need to hit level 11?
ETA T-minus 30
Which this mission alone should bring me up to 3 or 4, but... At least it's not like some of the guns where you have to hit like 24 to make it viable, or not viable, but the best it can be. I feel I have to say that you can use anything. Anything is viable. You just have to know how to use it right.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone. Reinforcing.
I really hope these guys know each other, and this isn't just some, like, random shittery.
Democracy has landed.
Froze for a second. I was like, did he just jump? Because I thought he was going to get into the extract. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get out of the way here. Whenever people start doing dumb shit, I just want to stay away. I've had way too many instances of people deciding to rope me in. It's like, no, I'm not a part of this, just let me extract and move on, please. So we going, or what? What's the fucking deal? Fine, I'm just getting in the... Oh no, we're a bunch of brain dead idiots, cool. Love to see it.
Last reload.
I never understood this, like, oh, we're at the end of the mission. I need to show how smooth my brain is. Like, nah, dude. We're wasting time. I just want to get this mission done.
Calling in reinforcements.
half reinforcement budget remaining.
Part of me wants to just, when everybody gets in, just shoot everybody and be the only extraction, but I don't care. I'm just getting in instantly. I'm gathering the samples and I am leaving. Be a dickhead on your own time.
Initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Reinforcement budget depleted.
Requesting air support.
Extraction complete.
But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.